Hi, so today I'm going to talk about these GUL aqua shoes, aqua grip I think they're called, and the idea is they're for water sports. So personally it's for dinghy sailing, and normally you have like a wetsuit boot, and the wetsuit boot gets full of water when you put the boat in the water, and then you're sloshing around in water the whole day. And if you do it for a few days in a row, you're going to end up with trench foot or something. So the idea of these type of shoes is different, and that they've got holes in the bottom and like a mesh on the top, and the idea is your feet get wet as soon as you go in the water, fair enough, and then the water comes back out again through the holes and through the mesh, and your feet dry again. So you've got wet feet for maybe an hour or a couple of hours, and then you've got dry feet, so you've got dry feet for most of the day, which would work, which is better in theory than a dinghy boot. However, the reality is not quite what the theory says. First of all, the problem is that it does let the water in, that's fair enough, but it also lets in lots of tiny little stones, so sand and little stones, so immediately you get your feet wet, and it's like walking on eggshells. You've got all these sharp stones sticking in your feet. It's horrible. Now if you're launching from a place where it's not sandy and there's no little gravel about, then that's fine. But otherwise, certainly if you're on an old gravel pit or something, you just get your feet full of little sharp stones and they're really uncomfortable. The way to get around that is to wear socks, but if you wear socks, then they don't dry out, so you end up with wet feet all day anyway. If it's really cold, and I was out in a safety boat a few weeks ago, and my feet were absolutely freezing in these. They really aren't good for winter. Summer only is for these, if you don't mind a bit of gravel in your feet. So the other problem that I've found, see the holes in the bottom? If we look at this one, we can see now, look, there are stones stuck in it. You constantly get little stones when you're walking about on the shore. You're getting little stones stuck in the holes, and they're really difficult to get out again, but you can feel it and they stick in your feet as you walk. So the hole's not much good. So that's a bit of a negative. Even if you walk on wet grass, your feet get wet, which is not ideal. So you can't use them for sort of just generally messing about. The other thing you can see, which one shows it up better, you can see that it's all misshapen. I've had these for maybe a season and a half, and already they're completely gone out of shape. Stuff in them, you can see that the sole's all cracking, so that's no good. And in fact, if I show you the other one now, as I said, 2 seasons, and look what's happened. It's completely fallen to bits. Complete load of rubbish. The glue's obviously just been affected by the water, which, for a water shoe is not particularly brilliant. So, in summary, good idea. In practice, I really wouldn't bother buying them. You're better off with a nice pair of dinghy boots that's got either long ones if you can find them, and I don't think they exist, or with a strap round to try and keep the water out. You pays your money, you takes your choice. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and hopefully it was useful. Maybe I'll see you next time.